So good thing I got these 6500 milliamp batteries. Look at that, smooth. Now it does have a wheelie mode and stuff. Look at this. Look how good that is. I want you guys to see how smooth. Oh, this jumps. We can get it. That's one. Look at that, y'all. Can we get it? Nope. There we go. All right, y'all. So pulling this out, let me see. There we go. That's a little bit better. You can see everything now. This is actually a large bike. So you get a couple things in here. Of course, you got this starting gate for it. And that's what's going to be what these two nails are for. And you get a couple of tools and stuff in here. With this, like I said, I'm not going to go too in depth with the unboxing of this, but they do give you double A's. I was just grabbing 4 Duracell batteries and I saw these and I was like, yes, yes, yes. I think all manufacturers need to give you double A's. Now they're not like low-C double A's, like sometimes Arm and stuff, they put their name on their double A's, but at least you do get some in the box. You also get some chain lube here. And of course, you're going to need this for maintaining this chain that's actually on this bike. And I'm going to show you guys something with that in just a minute. Then you get a couple of other items and stuff in here. This is probably to do some adjustments and stuff like that with it as well. And of course, they have this DX3 radio, but it is, of course, constructed a little bit different for this bike. So that the functionality is going to be a little bit different. You guys see there for the flywheel. And of course, it's got the limiting for the speed and stuff. And there's one thing I believe you should not do when you turn this on. You're going to turn it left, the wheel's going to turn right, et cetera, et cetera. Don't touch any of those adjustments because you will kind of mess it up here. And they got a little QR code here where you could do kind of a quick start. So I may go ahead and scan that in at some point and just kind of view and see kind of what's on this particular QR code there. And then to run this bike, I have one of my SMC 6500 milliamps. I hope this LiPo can actually fit in here. This is not a large LiPo, but it is 6500 milliamps. I think it's maybe a tad bit bigger than your normal 2Ss. So we'll see if this fits in here in this video as well. But this bike actually looks good. I mean, they did a good job. And I think this is one of the best motorbikes that we've had thus far. We've had a few in the past, but I think this is one of the best looking ones. It's probably going to be one of the best handling ones too. As well, you guys know that this got cloth on here. You can change all that stuff out. It's got a little bit of functionality and stuff like that too. I kind of saw that. I believe it was RC Drive was kind of showing. I thought that was pretty cool. That kind of looks like a real bike. And then we're going to turn this around just real quick. And we're going to look at this chain here. Now, you probably do want to take caution. Kids that are actually running this, don't put your finger in there. That's going to be stupid because that's actually a real chain and stuff in there. And this is made of like an aluminum metal. So you can get your finger caught up in there and cut. So that's a big no-no with that. But I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I really want to kind of get this out and I want to get this running because I still got a project over there I was kind of working on. And I still have to finish that Monster Beetle. I started it, kind of got this in. I was like, let me go ahead and let's work on this because we've seen the Monster Beetle 1,000,001 times. But we have not seen this as far as on my channel and running and stuff. So let me see if this battery is going to fit in here real quick. All right, so this battery does, let me see if I can shed a little light. I kind of trying to do this like this, but this battery lead actually will fit up in there. You can get that and then close this down. Okay, so what I did was it could probably fit up in there, but I didn't since I do have a balance lead on there. I didn't want to pinch that wire too much. Now, this is the normal. Get this to zoom in just a little bit and focus and not be blurred up. This is the normal body clip. And what I did was I have one that's actually a little bit thinner because this was actually pretty thick. I know they put that in there so that won't flap open, but this should be fine. I have a little tether on the end where I can actually pull this off. So that battery does fit in here. And of course, this is going to be 10 gauge wire that's actually on this LiPo. So this actually ought to perform pretty good. All right, y'all. So we have our battery in there, and there's a couple of things with the quick start guide. So I do recommend you kind of scan this code. If you can't get it to scan, I had a kind of a hard time scanning. You can go right to the Losi site. So I'll put a link down below in the description to this quick start video because there's some stuff you guys need to know about before you drive this bike. So of course they give you double A's and stuff in here. I went ahead and just used my other ones. I like to kind of keep these in packages and stuff. But you of course want to turn the radio on. Now you notice that the radio is on, but let me shine a little light. Maybe that'll make this a little bit better. And you see the flywheel was off. So don't turn that on yet. You got to get this kind of synchronized up and you don't want to have it, picking up in the air and taking it around as you're turning it off. They want you to have this actually on a in like a static or just a stable position. You don't want to be, you can do it starting on this particular stand, or you can kind of do it starting on the ground. The on off switch is right here. So we're going to turn that on. You're going to hear that. Give that about 5 seconds. You guys heard that beep. You hear those beeps there for it. So we know it's pretty much armed there. Now I don't have a smart battery, so I'm using, like I said, one of my SMC batteries with it. So we should be good with that. And then you guys know that as you're turning this, it's going to kind of go the opposite of this. It's supposed to be like that. So don't switch that to where it turns the same. And one thing if you guys that know about bikes, the faster you go into a turn, the less sharp the turn's going to be. So you have to think about that when you're driving. This is going to drive completely different than an RC car. And then the next thing you want to do is actually turn this flywheel on. After you get through running the bike, you want to turn the flywheel off, and that's going to actually rev down after you run it. You don't want to turn the bike off without turning this off first, because then, as they state, and I saw some videos and stuff about that, it's going to take several minutes for that flywheel to actually turn off. So you do want to turn that off first, and then go ahead and let that kind of, you'll hear it kind of sound like a jet engine kind of depowering itself, because I think it's a 22,000 RPM motor in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going. And you'll know it's ready. It'll take about maybe 20 to 30 seconds for that to get ready. And then it'll get to its peak and it'll kind of flatten out. You guys see it's still going up. So that's about peak for it right there. And of course, I think this is on, 100%. And it's still going up just a little bit. So once that kind of peaks out, I would say just go ahead and count to about 30 seconds, just so you make sure you have a good run with this bike. And then the same thing is with shutting this off. They state and they recommend to shut this flywheel off first. You want to hit that first. And it's probably going to take about 20 or 30 seconds for that to kind of just rev down and go off completely. You guys hear that kind of dying down. And that could take, like I said, another 30 seconds or so. So it's 30 seconds when you start it up and 30 seconds when you get ready to turn it off, which is still going to be good. So I think it's going to almost die completely down. You guys hear it? That'll actually be cool for a jet engine sound. And so that basically died all the way down. Then I can go ahead and shut the vehicle off or shut the bike off with that. And then go ahead and shut this off too as well. So that's, like I said, I'm not going to go into an in-depth unboxing of this. I want to get this out and I want to get this running. So stay tuned in this video because I'm crack fiending and I'm going to get this out. I'm going to get a ramp out. I'm going to get this running. And it's going to be, it's nighttime for me right now. So I'm going to get it running first thing in the morning. So put your comments down below about this. I got a couple of friends that have gotten this as well. We're going to get this out this weekend and we're going to do some racing and stuff this weekend with this as well and get these vehicles out and run. So as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, put your comments down below. Don't sign off yet because I am going to get this out and do my first test run with it. And you guys stay tuned for that. It's going to come up in 3, 2, 1, and bam. All right, y'all, I'm going to have to refilm this. I thought I was filming and I never pressed record. I had been driving this for about 5 minutes out here, jumping this and all that and flipping it in the streets and kind of getting used to it. And I didn't even start filming. I think I got like maybe a couple of minutes or something. And then a car came by. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get this going. Radio's on. Turn the car on. Give that a second. Get that going, and then we're going to go ahead, our beep right there, turn the flywheel on. Now it's going to take about 30 seconds. You guys hear that revving up there? So literally I'd count to 30 if I were you guys. You hear it revving up and it will peak out in just a second. And you do want to kind of have this stable. You don't want to have it in your hand while you're doing it. You either want to have it laying down on the side or put it on its stand. And that is about right. So I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna do a couple passes up and down the street again, and then I'm gonna take it over here. I got a ramp set up, and I'm gonna do a couple of jumps around because it actually runs good. Now, the key to running in grass is, one, to have it in mode 1, and you have to keep the bike going, even if it's at a slow speed, because if you stop, it'll kind of dig into the ground. It'll be kind of hard for it to get out. Now, on dirt, it may be a little bit different. Of course, on street, it's gonna be a lot different. But definitely when you run it in grass, you want to keep the vehicle moving, even if it's at a couple miles per hour. So let me go ahead, let me get this set up, make sure I'm recording, and then show you guys a couple minutes of driving. Let's get them going. See, I did flip them, and this kind of popped out on the side, but whatever. Hopefully no cars are coming down. We don't run right into a car as I'm going down with this. So I only do this for a couple of minutes because I'm actually kind of short on time because I did not plan enough time, but I'm going to show you guys how this thing runs. It's a good thing I got these 6500 milliamp batteries in here. I'll take this off road too. Look at that, smooth. Now, it does have a wheelie mode and stuff. I'll show that to you guys at another time. So I'm gonna take this over in the grass. I want you guys to see how good this goes in the grass. I was actually really impressed with that. Hopefully I can get over this. Wow, nope. And I probably can't get up from that one. All right, we are back recording. Get this over here. Like I said, the #1 key is to not stop when you are in the grass area. See how I got that shoulder lean going on? He dislocated his shoulder, y'all. Look at this in the grass. That's what impressed me about it. Take this on down. Look at this. Look how good that is. Like I said, the key is to keep going. You do not want to stop. You do not want to stop. So you may want to adjust your throttle trim so that you are continuously going. Get up over this. I'm going about a quarter throttle too here. Now I'm going full throttle through there. Wow. Nice. All right, let's see if I can hit this ramp again. I was missing a little bit earlier. I want you guys to see how smooth. Oh, this jumps. Almost had it there. And see, this is what I mean. When it falls in the grass, this is on the street, you can actually hit the throttle and get it going. But since we are in grass, he just kind of digs in. Get this going. See, he dislocated his shoulder, y'all see that? So I at least want to get at least one good jump in while I'm here. And show you guys this. If I can line this up, I need a bigger ramp, but I think we can get it. That's one. It's so stable when it jumps in the air, like it just automatically tries to adjust. All right, let's see if we can get a good one in. Look at that, y'all. If anything, it's impressive that it can do that and still remain stable and still remain in the air. One more good one. One more, can we get it, JT? Can we get it? Nope. There we go. Stunt bike. And see, that's what I mean by the throttle. I'm letting off of it. And when it digs in, or when it falls down, it just kind of digs in the grass. It's not a real smooth surface for it to keep going. But I'm gonna do one more jump. You guys know how it is. You gotta get that last one in. So you know people are gonna come out with light kits and all that stuff for it as well. Hopefully I can get this lined up because my driving skills ain't the best today. Nope. It's like, psych. Does take a little bit of getting used to. There we go. If I can't get this last one, we might take it out in the street. Well, he still hit it somewhat. I at least want to end this on a big, good jump. I should just stand right in front of it so I can line it up better. But yeah, I know I like to. That was pretty good. So I would recommend the biggest, smallest 2S LiPo you can put in here so you can have plenty of runtime, and that's why I got these 6500 milliamps in there. Of course, there's a link below in the description if you guys want to check out some LiPos that'll fit in here. And you guys saw what I did. I took out the original body clip and I used a thinner one to put in there. I'm out here sweating. It's about 97 degrees and I'm sweating like I just went running. But it's worth it to get this. There we go. See how smooth that is, y'all? Look at that. Wow, that jumped like a buggy. Like a 4-wheel drive buggy. Yeah, I can't wait to see if Losi, I'm hoping and thinking they will create a 4-wheel drive version of this and probably do a speed bike as well. Look at that. All right, now my LiPo just dumped, so. All right, y'all. Now I know I recorded it and I can end this. So don't forget to like, subscribe, put your comments down below. Definitely going to get this back out and run it. I'm going to run it several more times and let you guys know kind of some of the stuff I had. But his shoulders, it came out the socket thing right here on both sides. That's to probably be expected. So I'll just put those back in place or leave it like it is. But so far, so good. So don't forget to like, subscribe, put your comments down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Appreciate you guys watching.